not sure school is supposed to be comfortable. I think it's supposed to be hard and challenging.
I agree 100%, but I wonder if some students might have more space to be challenged if they felt we were listening to their concerns.
Okay, what do you suggest?
I was thinking of setting up a student forum to hear direct feedback from students about what they want to see implemented on campus.
This show's great initiative, Vivienne. I'll be interested to see what you discover. In the meantime, I'd like you to keep an eye on your peers during the trip. So, can I have your number, please?
Yeah.
I'll text you. Okay.
Great. Okay.
I think what surprised me was how grown up, that they're really growing up, and you see a lot more of the grown-ups too, like Mr. Groff and everyone, and Jean and her relationship. And I think that the biggest surprise to me was that I love it, how it's, it just felt a lot more grown up and a lot more kind of like, I don't know, all of the characters just seem to really be coming into their own. And I think that was quite surprising, because I knew it looked that way in the script, but then when you actually see it, you're like, oh wow.
I guess I was surprised by the weight of the season.
Yes.
I think because it wasn't something that I actually gauged from reading the scripts, which was quite odd. Like I read the scripts and I actually felt like it was the least grown up it had been, and that actually it was going to be like too much. But then you watched it and I was like, oh, it's really mature, and it works amazingly. And it's just the most mature it's been, I guess. That I loved that as well, and that was a surprise as well.
I suppose yes. I mean, the more inclusive and the more sort of seen, especially marginalized communities feel, the better. And I mean, I think things are going in that direction, which is great. And I think our show isn't the first to do it. I think it's done it in a very tasteful way. So yeah, I think shows will start to follow in those footsteps, and they are, and we've seen that already. So it's nice.
That wouldn't be a terrible idea, but I don't know how it would work, because obviously, just in terms of like how it ends, I don't know how they would bring in a new generation of people. But I do think that that's a good idea, because I don't think that you can follow them forever. Like, I don't think anyone wants to see Eric and Aimee like at uni, like at university. Like, I don't know. I think there's always a natural end to things.
I don't know. I mean, that's one way they could extend the show, because we're obviously sort of getting old, and these characters' storylines do need to come to an end. But sexuality is a huge spectrum, so there's always going to be stories to talk about, and whether they explore that with some new students in a new year has potential. It's up to the writers really, and whether that's what they want to carry on doing.
Otis and Maeve would have to have some kind of apprenticeship, like they'd have to, because the show's built around the premise of sex therapy and this kind of sex clinic. I think that they'd have to like pass the clinic on to some kind of younger.
Definitely, you do. It's always daunting at first to do something like that, isn't it? You're sort of nervous, especially if you've not done it before, which I hadn't. I don't know about you, Asa. You haven't either, had you?
No.
For me, I think it was a little bit daunting, but I think we're way more seasoned now.
Yeah, no, we are, and we're all very close. So I think it's the fact that we know each other so well now makes those scenes easier to do, because you can just laugh at them, and like, because it is kind of absurd what we have to do at times. And if you take it too seriously, then it gets awkward, and then it looks awkward on camera, and then it's like, and then that's not the direction you want to go in. Yeah, and I think as well as that, the team behind it, not just sort of the producers and Ben, but we have an intimacy coordinator, and they all make us feel as comfortable as possible during those scenes, and we always feel very listened to and respected, and I think that's It's crucial.
I guess just continuing on their journeys that they've started, and towards their journeys of self-acceptance. And I mean, Eric this year, I think, was really, I don't want to say the word confronted, it's not confronted, but I think he really kind of, it was more like he accepted who he was fully. And like, you know, he went back to Nigeria, and I think he learned what life was going to be like for him, being a young gay Black man and a young gay Black Nigerian man. And so like, I think going on into future seasons, I think he's going to just continue learning how to amalgamate all those different intersections of himself.
Yeah, I think Aimee's going to carry on becoming a lot more assertive. I think she, you know, her like the level of assertiveness just like grows and grows. Like the fact that she's getting less and less afraid of conflict and actually like, yeah, again, like confronting problems and looking at them right in the face and being like, you don't scare me, rather than what she used to do, which was kind of like, just gonna ignore that thing, I'm just gonna keep going, and actually now she's becoming a lot braver at looking at herself and looking at things like really with a real courage. Like I think that she's very brave, actually. Ways, as Jean says to her, you know, she says, how do I get stronger? And Jean says, you already are. You know, it's like that. It's true. She doesn't realize her own strength, I don't think. She is very strong.
For me, personally, for Ruby, I hope it continues down the road that it started to go down for this season. It hasn't really gone above the surface level for her previously too much. We saw a slight glimmer of it in the end of season 2. But for me, I think I'd like to continue to sort of explore her softer side and her more emotional side, because she does have emotions and she's not just cold. It's just something that she's portraying, as it were. But not to ruin it, but you will see obviously a lot more of that side of her this season. So I hope to probably just continue down that road and get to know who she is beyond. I hope so. We had a really good time doing our scene.
We had fun.
Yeah, we had a lot to do, especially when we first started filming. So yeah, for sure. Obviously we can't predict, but that's not up to us. But definitely I would love to.
Nice day at school.
Yeah, it was all right. Your book is causing quite the stir. Press there, everything.
Really? It's not that controversial.
I know.
Want to watch a movie tonight? How about When Harry Met Sally? Or How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days? You choose.
I'm going out.
Where?
I have homework with Eric. Are we home later?
Right. Oh, Otis, I've got a scan tomorrow. Will you come with me? Please?
Sure. But you have to tell him, Mum.